Today, we'll be torture testing the cheapest versus the most expensive laminate flooring that you could buy at Home Depot to make sure that it's worthy enough to be in your home. Let's get started. Cheapest laminate so far, 99 cents a square foot. Let's go with this. Okay, so this one is $3.49 a square foot, laminate, not vinyl. Let's get this. It's the most expensive. This is $4.19, that's more expensive, but that's vinyl. That's an unfair comparison. We have our platform. We have our cheap and our expensive laminate flooring. We're gonna be running against 5 different tests: scratch resistance, water resistance, impact resistance, stain resistance, and cleaning. First up, scratch resistance. Let's scratch this thing up. Has this ever happened to you? Laminate flooring has 4 different layers, the top being the protective layer, and it has the AC rating. AC stands for abrasion class, 1 through 5. 1 being the lowest scratch resistance, 5 being the highest level of scratch resistance they create. Now that's the class that you need to worry about if you have pets in the house. I don't have any pets, but I have the next best thing. I have a bear claw. Cheap ones hold it up pretty well. Let's try the expensive stuff. Okay, pass the claw test. Let's scratch up something else. Kids football cleats. Well, they're rubberized, so that's okay. Now, something else. Ski boots. Let's see what else we got. Classic computer chair. This is exhausting. Something else. Classic furniture drag. I don't have any bumpers on this though, which is good. Oh no, I dropped all these nails. Oh, goodness. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed by both of them. This one more than that, but still, being cheap, not bad. Now, what if one of my kids found one of these nails? Now the Traffic Master, the cheapest stuff, the box says it's scratch resistant, but it doesn't say what AC rating it is. I see a ton of scratches here, probably because it's a darker material, but still I would say it's probably nothing more than a level 2 class. The Pergo Defense Plus, that's a different story. This is rated on the box for AC level 5, the highest commercial grade. And I mean, even if you look at the glare from the light, apart from a very hazy one right there, maybe a small one there, I don't see anything. And I bet you all the other stuff will get hidden if we put some kind of polisher on it or something like that. Overall, really impressive. Next up is the impact test. Has this ever happened to you? The thickest part of laminate flooring is the substrate layer. It's made together by composite material held together with the resin. This is the section that gives you the durability of your laminate flooring. And the only way to test durability is to drop something heavy on it. Now the classic scenario at home of dropping stuff, maybe in the kitchen, is maybe dropping your pots and pans, but I'm afraid my wife will kill me if I drop her caraway pan.
You did what?
Now the perfect alternative to that is this 2.5 pound little weight that's roughly around the same amount. So let's do some damage. All right, let's see what the nice stuff does. If I drop it on the edge, it has a higher tendency of cutting into it, but not as much as that one. That's a little, well, that's just a marker. But then what happens when you have something heavier like a 35-pound kettlebell? That one just split it wide open. So let's do a recap. The cheaper stuff would definitely split open so much more. I mean, almost all of these are punctures than the nice expensive stuff. For the most part, nothing really split wide open. It just bent it a little bit. That's a little bit, not as much as I thought. And you know what? The 35-pound kettlebell actually did even less damage. It looks like it didn't puncture through as much as it did maybe over there. Here, I mean, here's a comparison. This one almost looks like a footprint. If you look at this one, it looks like more of like a deeper, narrower footprint, and this is more of a wider. It doesn't go deep as much. You disperse the energy a little bit more. I think that might be the worst one. It hit the edge of the kettlebell. Next up, the water resistance test. Has this ever happened to you? Oh. Now, typically, laminate flooring is not advertised as waterproof. It's water resistant. If you're looking for a waterproof product, the waterproof vinyl is a great option if you have a basement you're afraid from flooding, or maybe you have a pool and kids are running in the house in their wet swimming trunks. The best test in our situation for the laminate flooring is the classic case when the kid is getting a glass of water and, oh no, they spilled it by the fridge and they forgot to tell you. So what we're gonna do is cover this in water and come back in the morning to see if anything delaminated and, even worse, swole up at the seams. See you guys in the morning. All right, folks, it's the next day. We made sure to keep this thing as wet as we can. In fact, I kept, probably on 3 occasions, putting more water on it just because some of it dripped off this morning, some of it dripped off last night, and I wanted to really soak the sucker. So let's see what we got. Clearly, this swole up. I mean, this is obnoxious. That not only swole up, but actually delaminated that as well. It's still tight here and here, but this one delaminated. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at these bumps. Let's see like the nice one though. This is the part that blows my mind. Everything is nice and tight. No swelling, no lips on it, and no delamination. Very, very impressed for a product that's not marketed as waterproof. Wow. Next up is the stain test. Isn't it annoying when this happens to you? The top protective layer is the same layer that protects it from not only water resistance, but also keeping things from staining and penetrating into the wood. It's essentially, if you didn't have clear coat on the wood, anything you put on it will actually be absorbed like a sponge. Let's see how crazy you can get. Heaven forbid our kids get Sharpies. We're always nervous about doing this at home. How about some paint, huh? What about those times like a graffiti artist breaks into our house? And now all that's left is we wait for it to dry. All right, while the paint's drying, we're talking about protecting the inside of our home by having good durable floors. Well, we gotta talk about something to protect your house from the outside. And that's where Arlo comes in. Arlo creates a ton of home security products. And this one specifically, I'm really excited about because a bunch of my friends have these at their cabins or their rental properties or even their personal home. If you've been watching these videos long enough, you know that I'm not an electrician, so I need something that's simple and easy to use. So this Arlo Pro 4 is a wire-free spotlight security camera. Let's open it up. The Arlo Pro 4 camera captures clear details and colors in 2K HDR. It looks like there's a lot of maneuverability that comes with it.
One of my favorite features about the Arlo Pro 4 camera is that it has advanced object detection that could discern between animals, packages, or cars. This is my favorite part anytime there's tech. And with all the footage being uploaded directly to the cloud, I can access all the recordings anytime from anywhere I want. This Arlo Pro 4 comes with 160-degree wide view, noise canceling two-way audio, color night vision, built-in spotlight, all while at the same time being able to connect to your OK Google, Amazon Alexa, or IFTTT. Wow. That literally can't get any easier. Through the app, you can set up custom activity zones that will give you notifications straight to your phone and at the same time reduce any unwanted notifications that you have set up. I'm excited about the peace of mind that this Arlo Pro 4 is gonna give our family. If you wanna go check it out, click the link down in the description below. Use my promo code MrBuildIt to get 15% off your camera today. Now, let's go check on these floors.
Next up, the cleaning test. With the steam test, we want to see how easy it is for us to clean these floors, going from the least invasive to the most invasive. We're going to first hit it up with the classic old soap and water. If that doesn't work, we'll use our floor cleaner partnered together with a steam mop that a lot of houses have. Then, if that doesn't work, we're going to hit it something a little bit more harsh, some Pine Sol. Let's get cleaning. The cleaning is probably the least fun part about this whole experiment. I want to go back to smashing things. For the most part, all the paint is removed. All that's left is we have a ton of crayon and definitely a lot of spray paint. Let's try the steamer. Well, for the most part, there's not a clear winner so far with step 2 of cleaning. Spray paint's still there, crayon's still there, plenty of crayon and spray paint here, although the Sharpie was removed, which is kind of weird to me. Let's try Pine Sol. This is like an antibacterial and disinfectant, but I mean, I've remembered being a harsh chemical, so we'll see what it does. It might be out of order, I don't know. Woo, this stuff stinks. This one does not like moisture at all. Look at it, it's delaminating completely. Maybe we try like Goo Gone? Hey, you might be wondering what this white canvas is in the back. I built a garage home simulator. I get to make all my swings that I want with my golf clubs and have a lot of fun doing it. Video's out, go check it out. One of my favorite things that I've built for myself so far. That's freaking miracle. Look at this paint coming off. Wow. So let it go to show, if a graffiti artist breaks into your house, use Goo Gone. It's like a murder that I'm trying to clean up in my house. So the verdict on staining is, I think the nice stuff is a little bit more difficult to clean as opposed to the cheaper stuff. And the reason why I think the cheaper stuff is a little bit more easier to clean is because it's not as coarse as the nicer stuff. The nicer stuff, you can actually, it kind of resembles wood a little bit more than this here. So the deeper the grooves, the crayon actually absorbs on the lower part of the groove as opposed to the top part. But maybe with the brush we can get that out. But all in all, I think they both rank about the same when it comes to cleaning. Wait, I got one more test I forgot to do. Now, I know after smashing kettlebells on our floors, smashing dishes almost defeats the purpose. But I promised you guys the most realistic torture test, and here we go. So let's say you're fighting your significant other and they're like, you... That's a very strong dish. That's more like it. You never do the dishes. You never call. What are you doing? I want a divorce. Okay, let's see how the floors look. No scratches. I guess our job here is done. All right guys, to summarize, the Traffic Master, the $1 a square foot, more prone to scratches, more vulnerable towards water damage, and very vulnerable when it comes to impact. And the Pergo Defense Plus, less likely to get water damage, less likely to get scratches, and much tougher when it comes to impact. And none of these are sponsors of today's video. I just hope that you had as much fun watching this video as I had destroying these floors. Hey, make sure you subscribe, and here's a quick playlist that I think you'll enjoy watching as well.